Got a hot date looking for the best fragrance, whether you're a man or a woman, the ultimate top 5 unisex date fragrances coming up next. Welcome back everybody to JoelTheNose here at Osme Perfumery in Miami, my hometown. Hope you guys are having a good day or evening when you're watching this video. Thanks as always for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate you go ahead and subscribe if you want so you can follow me and ring the bell for notifications. All right, today's video, my top 5 date fragrances right now. And again, as always, I try to curate fragrances for you in a way that I'm picking things that maybe you don't normally know about, or maybe not necessarily the most, quote, popular that everyone else picks. I want to introduce you guys to new niche fragrances whenever I can, or things that are maybe under the radar. And these are 5 amazing fragrances that are perfectly unisex, good for either a guy or a woman to wear on a date, especially a first date, and you're trying to make a good impression on the other person. So let's get right into this. I'm going to go coming in at number 5, and this is one that I may have had this on one of my date lists before. For me, it's a classic, and this is Fête Personne. Fête Personne from MDCI. You can see there's the front of the bottle. This is a fragrance by the way, Cécile Zarokian. It was one of her first fragrances that she did probably close to 10 years ago now, you know, when she was kind of starting her career. But this holds up. This holds up as an absolute classic. This is perfectly good unisex. I have this in my personal collection, and just listen to some of the notes, why I think this is perfect for a date. Black pepper, elemi, which is kind of like a resinous, citrusy note. Rose, cardamom, cinnamon, so you get this spicy sweetness. Gaiac wood, which gives it a little darkness and a little, basically just some richness to it. Cedarwood, patchouli, and vanilla. Just so many classic notes, spicy, sweet, dark, mixing and blended so well by Cécile. Just one of my all-time great perfumes that I love and perfect for dates. Next, I'm gonna go with a brand new fragrance. So this is, I think, the newest one that's just come in, yeah. And this is Caravanserail. Caravanserail, I talked about this probably about a week ago. This is the latest perfume from NICOLAI Parfums. 3 words to describe this: spicy, coffee, gourmand. If you like anything in that genre, some spiciness from cardamom, some sweetness, gives a little bit of a lightness, almost a little bit of a citrus quality at the top. But the coffee is amazing, and it's like a hint of chocolate, because some coffee notes, as you know from regular coffee, have like a chocolate note to it. You can smell that in this, and this one is one that if you get close to someone, it's gonna be like edible. You're gonna wanna absolutely love this fragrance. One of my favorite, definitely new releases, and I just swallowed some like I was just talking about. So it is very gourmand, but delicious. Caravanserail, the newest. Again, from NICOLAI. If you like coffee, if you like cardamom, you like spiciness, and it's also got, I think there's one other note in here. You have a dry amber accord, so I believe there's actually some Gaiac wood in this one too. All right. Next, another one that probably a lot of you are not aware of, from Majda Bakali. This is, and again, my pronunciation of French is not great, Tendre est la nuit. Tender is the night. I'll just say tender is the night because it's easier for me. Again, this has got some spicy sweetness. It's got immortelle. The immortelle flower, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it actually gets almost a syrupy quality. No lie, as it dries down, it starts to smell a little bit like sweet syrup. So this is, again, kind of a very sweet, but also spicy. It's got some ambrette, which is also known as musk mallow, which gives it a kind of a clean, fresh feel. And it's got carrot seeds, also one of my favorite notes, gives it a nice savory quality, a nice grounding quality. The carrot seeds, great, and that's one of the hot trends in perfumery right now, even though this fragrance has been out for a while, but carrot seeds are really popular. So again, it's got pepper, excuse me, and just, oh, you get that amber right at the beginning. Also some leather, some incense going on in here, cashmere and oak moss. A lot of woodiness that really gives a nice, sexy dry down. But again, amazing, just amazing date night fragrance for both men and women. Tender as the night. There you have it. Next, we're gonna go to my number 2. That was number 3, by the way. My number 2 choice is also a newer, not necessarily been around forever, Golden Moka. Golden Moka from XERJOFF. The red bottle immediately kind of draws me as something that is fiery, is sexy, is passionate. And when you smell it, the smell inside the bottle matches the bottle. Woo. And this one again, and I want to make sure I have the notes right for you, but listen to this. Blood orange, mandarin, lemon. So you got, again, this kind of nice citrusy light opening. But then you have coffee absolute, rose absolute, incense, Cambodian oud, and amber. So right in the heart, it just goes from light to sexy, like boom. It's like, okay, the date started and we're jumping right into things right away. It's like you're hitting it off on the date. That's what this fragrance is. It's like a date that's gone well right from the start. And then at the bottom, you still have some more incense, labdanum, and green accord. So it's a cool transition. It starts kind of this light, almost citrusy, to this very rich heart note, to this kind of green, resinous labdanum base, which provides some, I think, some interesting quality to it. This is a perfume that keeps you on your toes because it changes a lot from top to bottom. And therefore, I also, during your date, you're gonna smell a little different. So you may smell a little bit different when you greet the person, say at the beginning of the night versus maybe 2 or 3 hours later, which is cool. Nice composition change. Last, and certainly not least, my number 1 date night fragrance right now. And again, it's a fragrance that's been around for a while. From BOADICEA, the Victorious, is Heroine. Heroine is one of these really kind of spicy, fruity fragrances that, if you like Herba Pura, if you like God of Fire, those came out after this. This is Heroine. Actually, I'm not sure if Herba Pura came out because originally Herba Pura came out many years ago under their other brand, XERJOFF, but it was re-released a few years ago. But Heroine is got this great BOADICEA quality. BOADICEA, for those of you who are not familiar with it, it's a little bit more of an expensive niche brand, but the selections are amazing, especially when it comes to their oud fragrances. And that's what makes this interesting, because a lot of the BOADICEAs to me are a little bit darker, a little bit more oud, more rich. And this is this like unbelievably fresh, spicy, fruity, kind of got that pineapple vibe going on, which is so popular. And it's just a no-brainer. I could have easily picked Herba Pura, God of Fire. Those are obviously great date fragrances for both men and women. But again, I wanted to introduce you to something that's a little bit different and not quite as popular as those 2 fragrances are. Heroine. All right. Thank you guys for watching as always. And of course, let me know some of your favorite date night fragrances. You know, I've talked a lot about these. Desired by LSI are always in my top. But again, I wanted to go over some new stuff for you today and introduce you to something that maybe you haven't smelled, or maybe you haven't smelled in a while. So there you have it. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume.